3 players there on the list. Just in terms of pure numbers, that's not enough, is it? So how many do they need, and which of them will be starters would be the question.
I'm going to pose that to Alex. I, of course, do drink, and I don't really look after myself as well as I should. And that's one of the many reasons I can't be playing midfield for Town next season. Plus, I'm 45, so probably just a little bit out of the age range. Jack Taylor, we've always talked about, AJ. You're a big fan of Jack Taylor, obviously, as we've always talked about him as being a more attacking option there. You're not seeing further forward. And Cameron Humphreys obviously played further forward for Wycombe last season. So do either of them really fit the bill to be playing alongside Sam Morsey?
It'd be a little bit of a change, wouldn't it? Because we know that in Kieran McKenna teams, it's naturally more about having 2 sixes. You think about Morsey and Luongo, you think about Phillips, and Keyust is also more of a deep lying player. I can see a situation, and this will make people feel probably quite uncomfortable. There's 2 ways I can see this going. Number one, the slightly more left field one, they sign one midfielder, and that would be it. And then you've kind of got a balance that works. And you've also got to think about, again, squad numbers and about making sure that people are happy with the minutes that they play. So you've got Morsey and cover for Morsey. I like Tyler Morton. I've been going on about Tyler Morton for a while. Someone like that. And then on the other side, having 2 players who probably are more similar in profile and would occupy similar pockets, having Taylor and Cam Humphreys there. Now, if you go out and sign 2 players, which you can do, I'm struggling to piece in where Cameron Humphreys then fits in, because he's 21. He needs to play. He can't have a season where he makes, 12 appearances and 3 of them come as starts during an injury crisis or something like that. So there needs to be a balance here of saying Cameron Humphreys is going to come back and he's going to play a part, and he can support Jack Taylor, who now deserves to start because he's not had an opportunity to prove that he's ready for that. I don't really think he's not had the minutes where he's behind Luongo and then a whole host of Premier League signings. Is this now the time for him? So that is a balance that could work quite well. Then the flip side of that, you send Cameron Humphreys out on loan, not to Huddersfield, probably, unfortunately. I'd say that he'd be looking at a lower end Championship loan, and you say, right, we need to bring in someone who can compete with Morsey, then we need another midfielder to compete with Jack Taylor on the other side, and just make sure we've maybe got more experience and players that we know can deliver at this level. So I don't think it would be more than 2. I remember Sam Morsey saying he thought it would be 2 players leave and then 2 come in, was kind of what he was thinking. Although technically it will be 3. Now we've had that, because that was, I think, before Massimo Luongo's departure was confirmed. So depth and quality is a really hard balance to kind of figure out, isn't it, when you're trying to think about the squad numbers and who can play regularly, but also not wanting to leave yourself short. But there's a few different ways that you can play it, I think.
Stu, it's clearly, as we said, is a really important part of the summer revamp. So what's your kind of final conclusion on this? And don't try and keep score, friends, because we are noting as we go along. We're going to come up with a verdict at the end as to how many players Town are like to sign this summer. But midfield, give us your final thoughts, Stu.
Definitely 1, possibly 2 would be my verdict on it. And I think this is where the bulk of the budget will go in terms of signings this summer. They've been linked to someone of Josh Brownhill's caliber, who's just scored, what did he get, Alex, 18 goals in the Championship from midfield last season?
Started off in a more advanced kind of shadow striker role and then dropped deeper, but still, I mean, his pedigree speaks volumes, and he's not the only one that has been linked, of course.
Yeah, so it's that level of player. I know, someone like Sean Longstaff's name is now starting to float around. That is the level of ambition that I would imagine Ipswich are showing for central midfield. Not just someone that can come in and play a starring role in hopefully a promotion pushing team, but someone that they could sort of carry to the Premier League going further forwards as well. So that is the most important signing of the summer for me, is a central midfielder that can come in and start every week and make a difference for the short, medium and long term.